Hi there and welcome to our next video on metals and non-metals. In this video we're going to be looking at where metals and non-metals are in the periodic table. We're going to have a look at some of the properties and we're going to have a brief look at the transition metals. So where are they on the periodic table? Over here I have a copy of the periodic table. The metals are on the left hand side of the periodic table. So the metals are on this side, and on the right hand side of the periodic table are the non-metals, and there's a line which goes diagonally from one side of the periodic table to the other side, which separates out the metals from the non-metals, and this comes from the left hand side of boron. It goes diagonally just like this across to the other end of the periodic table, and all the elements which are on this side of the periodic table and this side of the line, we know that they're non-metals, and all the elements that are on this side of the periodic table till this line, we know that they're metals. There are transition metals as well, and these come between the group 2 and group 3 metals. This gap over here is the transition elements. Transition elements. Now we're going to have a look at some of the properties of metals and non-metals. So metals and non-metals have different physical properties, and that is the way that they look. Some look like this, and some are solids, some are gases at room temperature. So metals are strong, malleable, good conductors of heat and electricity, and have high melting and boiling points. And then on the other hand, non-metals are dull looking, they don't generally conduct electricity and have lower density. So metals we use in our daily lives a lot because they can be useful for many things. They're really strong, they're malleable, they conduct heat and electricity, and so on. Now we're going to move on to looking at the transition metals. When you're doing GCSEs, you don't need to know that much about transition metals as it is a key concept when you get to A levels. But in the periodic table, transition metals, as I've said, they are found in this gap over here. And they have some properties as well. They're good conductors of heat and electricity, they're very dense, they're strong, and they're shiny. In our next video, we're going to be looking at some exam questions to do with metals and non-metals. In the description box below, there's a link to a quiz which you can have a go at. But for now, that is it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it, and one last thing, please subscribe and hit the like button.